Hi, this is Elliot Perry, formerly of Treadwell High School in the University of Memphis, and you're watching Discovery Memphis.
This is Ms. Sheba Potts Wright with Discovery Memphis, and today we're shooting a segment of Spotlight with Discovery Memphis, and today we wanted to do it a little different, and we wanted to go by one of our local Memphis restaurants, and we're at Leach's Family Restaurant today with Mr. Michael Leach, the owner. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing fine, Sheba.
Good to see you again. I want to ask you a few questions if that's okay. I want to find out from you just some little small things. I noticed you got a big crowd here in your restaurant, and that's a good thing, but tell us how this place was established.
Well, actually, our place of business got started, Sheba, with my brother went into ministry. He was called a minister, and so he was given a storefront church about 20 years ago by Mother Lucille Morris. And so my mother began to bake cakes out of the house to help so that we can buy the land to try to build them a new church. So we got started selling cakes, and one year she sold about $5,000 worth of cake in just slices that he took to work and sold. So she said if I had a place of business that I can bake more cakes and we probably can create more revenue. So we found a place over on Watkins, which is called Melanie's Fine Food, and it was already set up for a restaurant. So we went in and instead of going to baking, we went there, and my mother's a great cook. We ended up opening up a restaurant. And within 3 years, all the kids began to quit their job one by one to go in full time. And so the business picked up tremendously, and we can barely handle the crowd over there. So I told my mom, I said, what about we try to find another location, kind of take off the load. So here at 694 Madison, Leach's, we started, and we was going to try to take the load off of Melanie's, and this clientele built its own. So actually, they still have a problem over there, and right now we have our own problem. So that's basically how Leach's got started, from us selling cakes to raise funds to build a church for my brother that went into ministry.
Oh, that's great. Well, I got to ask you, I know Memphis want to know, what kind of cake was it that you were selling slice by slice?
Well, actually, we were selling a variety of cakes. Yeah, anywhere from coconut to chocolate, pineapple, upside down, just kind of, you name it, she sold it.
Just everything. Well, she sounded like a lovely lady. Matter of fact, I heard some other people talking about Melanie, so that's the name of the restaurant and her name as well?
No, my mother's name is Jimmy Leach. Melanie, the original name, actually, we got started. We borrowed $1,000 for credit card, number one. And we went on a sub-lease because we didn't know anything about restaurants. And so we went on a sub-lease of Melanie's Fine Food. There's a gentleman by the name of Melvin Wade that used to run Melanie. He have a daughter named Melanie, and so we went on the sublease and just kept it as Melanie. So, but a lot of people go in and call her Miss Melanie, but actually my mother's name is Jimmy Leach, and Melanie is the daughter of Melvin Wade.
Okay, Jimmy Lee, so it was a family thing that really kicked off after that, correct?
Right, exactly.
Oh, okay, well, good. And I got so many questions to ask you today, Mike. I had to write it down. So you guys actually opened your doors to Leach's Family Restaurant when? What year?
This is at 93. This is our 10th, July we will be celebrating 10 years in the business.
That's good. That's wonderful. That says a lot about your place, because I was walking around and I looked around and I saw a lot of famous people in here. Do you have this kind of clientele all the time?
We have entertainers in and out all the time. We never know who might walk through the door. I think the atmosphere that we done built, always kind of compare us to Four-Way Grill back in the day, where all entertainers, when they came into the city, most of the people took them to Four-Way. And I think today that Leach's is the Four-Way of today. And, we had entertainers from Danny Glover to Chris Rock to several pro basketball players, Martin Luther King III, Sheba Potts.
That's wonderful. Well, you know what? If we can, after so long, I want to view your wall of fame. The people on the wall are people that actually came in here. Am I correct?
Correct. We have most of them been here, and then a lot of time I go out and cater. The promoters in Memphis use me to do the catering.
Yeah.
I cater a lot of plays for Fred Jones. I have been catering for Bob Winbush with Firehouse Production, Mike Power. So we just did quite a bit of catering for a lot.
Brings all of these famous people off the street, just everything. What brings them here and keeps them coming back? Is it the hospitality, the good food, the putting the finger in it, the blessings, or what is it?
Well, one thing I thought it was me, but it wasn't. Nah, all kidding aside, I think being consistent and putting out a good product and trying to provide a good service. I think when you can provide a service to all people, and one thing about us here, everybody walks through the door is somebody. So I don't have any big eyes and big U's or little U's and big eyes. So my thing is, if Michael Jackson walked in this door right now, Mike going to stand in line and wait until a table is available, because I treat everybody the same that comes here. The entertainers, they wait till a table is available, unless they're talking about giving me $30,000 or $40,000 to clear the restaurant. Then everybody got to go. You can understand that.
Right.
But other than that, everybody is somebody to me. I don't have no special privilege for anyone that walks in.
I'm glad you pulled that out, because I was going to ask you, I noticed you treat everybody the same, even though they are famous people that are on your wall and that are in here, like Elliot Perry. I'm looking, he's in the background today, and Devin Steele from the radio station, and I have a lawyer and state representatives, quite a few people in here. But I wanted to ask you this as well. You said if a person come in and pay you so much, then you will rent your place out for a private party, right?
Yes, I will. If somebody walked through right now and said that they want this restaurant for $30,000 or $40,000, everybody in here, I will get them a to-go plate and tell them that their food is on me.
That make a lot of sense to me. Yeah, I want to be here that day, because you got some good food. I'm going to just be honest about it. I got a chance to view the news the other day. And just to let the Memphis people know that Michael Leach is not only known by Discovery Memphis, he's also known through Channel 13. They did an interview on you. And I got a chance to notice how you guys as a group got together. Your doors were locked. You all got together and you were around your food in the back and you were blessing the food. Am I right?
Right. One thing we do, I try to get, once we get in and get everything set up, maybe 15 to 20 minutes before we open up, we always gather around and have prayer, because we bless the food, then we try to we ask the Lord to come in, to bless us to work together with peace, harmony, and unity. But, it's hard in restaurant business, so, you have to stay prayed up. So, even though sometimes it seems like it's not working, it's working. So we're just going to continue to pray. We're going to continue to bless the food, hoping at one point that we all be able to just work together in peace and harmony and unity.
Well, you'll always have a successful business if you put God first. And that's good. A lot of people just be so hungry and they just be ready to eat, they forget to praise Him. So that's a good thing from Leach's Family Restaurant, that they do that. They pray over the food first before.
I want to add, and it'll be something totally different when you come here to Leach's.
Okay, well, I want you to make sure that you keep us informed with Discovery Memphis. And Memphis, Tennessee, you've been watching this segment of Spotlight with Ms. Sheba Potts Wright for Discovery Memphis and Mr. Michael Leach. And I'm going to ask Mike to give us that address again so you can come down here and be a part of the soul food generation. What's that address?
The address is 694 Madison, and the telephone number is 521-0867.
There it is, Mr. Michael Leach with Leach's Family Restaurant. Thank you, Mike. We've enjoyed this moment with you, and God bless you, and I hope everything just comes out to the best.
God bless you guys.
Sheba Potts Wright. We're at Michael Leach's Family Restaurant, and today we're here with a group of people they're called Cobb's Cobras, and today we have with us Mr. Benny Cobb, which is the head coach, Mr. Lee Galloway, the assistant coach, and Miss Veronica Garner. And what they are doing is they're with a community basketball team. Good evening, you all. How you doing today?
Doing fine. How you doing?
Good. I see we got a group of kids here with us today, don't we? My goodness. I just want to ask you a few questions if I can. How did you all get started with this type of organization that you have?
Well, about 3 years ago, myself and Coach Galloway here decided that we wanted to do something for the community. We're career law enforcement officers with the Sheriff's Department, and we saw a need to put something back into the community, so we decided to start coaching basketball.
Oh, okay, that's something good. So did all you all got together and decided to do that, or was that something that just stuck with you for a while, or what?
Well, we participated in so many sports together as a team, he and I, and we saw that so much crime was in the neighborhood, and we figured that this was one way we could get the attention of the kids and also serve a dual purpose.
Right, exactly. That is very positive. And I know the kids are enjoying. So what is the age group of kids that you usually get and, help them out?
Well, we have some young men on our team as young as 8 years old, but we try to get them at an early age so we can kind of develop them. And basically from 8 years to 12 years is the age limit.
Right, that's a good age to start with them and everything. Most of the kids from the south area of Memphis or the north area of Memphis, or do they just come from all over?
Well, basically, they're out of the Raleigh area. We practice out of the Raleigh Community Center. We play our games in the Raleigh and North Memphis area.
Oh, okay. So if the people out there wanted to if the parents want to get their kids involved, or the kids might just want to get themselves involved, do you have a number that they can call, or an address or anything?
Well, we welcome all segments of the community, especially the parents. As a matter of fact, we had one parent that brought her kid in this year, and she ended up being one of the coaches. That's Miss Veronica.
Okay. Well, maybe we can talk to her for a minute. How you doing over here? I want you to tell us basically from your standpoint what made you want to get in this and be involved in this.
Because coach is so positive, and going to the practices and all, kids need positivity. So, and I love basketball.
Right. Okay, so did you play?
Yeah.
Okay, where did you play at?
At Treadwell.
Treadwell, okay, well, the Memphis own, okay. Well, I'm very pleased to be here today with these guys, and I know that you're down here at Leach's. I hadn't heard from you, Mr. Lee Galloway. Would you like to add something to this?
Just a little bit. Like Coach Cobb said earlier, it's an important fact in life that you start these children off early, and whatever we teach them from an early stage of their life is what they're going to carry on through their life. So we just want to give a little time back to the children and help them out and show them what they don't want to be doing. And if you start them off doing something, keep their mind occupied, and they stay out of trouble.
I agree with you. That is so true because, I tell people all the time, I tell kids, as you know, I'm a recording artist and I be around a lot of kids and people too, and I tell them because you grew up in that environment where they're doing drugs or what have, it doesn't mean that you have to do it. So we have to educate our young children early in life. Don't y'all agree, kids? Yeah, we got a good group of kids back here with us. But anyway, before we go off the air and everything, I would like to find out from you guys. You're here at Leach's Family Restaurant today. How did this come about? Tell us your whole schedule today, what you had going on.
Well, traditionally, as basketball coaches, we saw that basketball, and we try to instill into the young people that basketball is just a game. So in extending what we're trying to do, we have these young men out today. We take them down to a visit at juvenile court and try to get them to see that this is a place that they don't want to be. Also, a part of our basketball program is we introduce them to things that a lot of inner city kids don't be exposed to, like we take them on fishing trips, make sure that they go to church with us at least once during the season, and do the overall fellowship thing. We have mentors to come in and talk to them, and myself and Coach Galloway and Coach Veronica, we also do as much mentoring as we possibly can. We all have children of our own. We all have families. We all have kids that are these same age as these kids right here. We knew we were coming down to juvenile court today, so we came down and talked with Michael Leach and told him what our purpose would be, and he invited us down to eat at his restaurant, gave us a real good deal for the kids, and we just wanted to tell him how much we appreciate him.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's wonderful. We are a positive TV show, Discovery Memphis. I want you guys to always remember that name. And we like to spotlight people like yourself that's doing something positive for the community. I would like to tell you guys to just keep up the good work, and guys, y'all just always extend your love out to your coaches, okay? Y'all make sure y'all do it for me. And I guess I can if I have a minute. Look like they're coming up closer and closer. Let me just get maybe a name or two or something, a couple of names, and that way you can just, be a part of what's going on. What's your name?
Randall Arnett, Christopher Gunn, Demetrius Red,
Walter Johnson,
Jason Cobb,
Randy Arnett,
Tyreek Branch, Desmond Collins,
Randy Roberts,
CJ Walker, Michael Jordan Carr. Marquez Combs. Dino Sims. Deshaun Boyd.
Did I get out everybody?
Yeah, I got it.
Got him? Okay, well, there you have it, Discovery Memphis. We're here with the Cobbs Cobras, and you have been watching the segment of Spotlight with Discovery Memphis. Come on, y'all. Thank you.